Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for coming back and supporting me once again. And if you are new, welcome and hello. So today we will be working on, we will be doing this look right here with a pop of color at the bottom. I don't know, I just been living for pops of color at the bottom of the lash line. I don't know, it just gives the eye like, you know. I thought about you basic bitches and I had to throw a little pop for you guys so that, you know, you ain't so basic anymore. I decided to go back into an old palette and I decided to go back into the Dare to Create 39A palette by Morphe. So without further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Alright, so we're gonna moisturize our face with this Aveeno Daily moisturizing lotion. It's the only thing I can use because this face is sensitive. And now for the brows, I will be going in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. I like to start off at the bottom and trace out the bottom of my eyebrow. Then I go ahead and do the top, and this just makes it so much easier to just fill it in. Blend and voila, look at that. Now the same thing with the other side. I love using this brow pencil because it's a lot easier to get a natural looking brow rather than when I use a pomade and the eyebrow looks more drawn in. Next, I will be carving out my eyebrows with Maybelline Conceal Concealer, and I start off at the top end of my eyebrow and then I work my way up towards the front of the brow, and then I carve out the bottom of my eyebrow. And once it's carved out, I will use the same brush and kind of just blend it outward. And now with my finger, I'll blend it out to make it look seamless. Now I'm making sure the eyebrows start where they're supposed to. Now to keep these bitches in place, I like to go with the Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. Now moving on to the eyes, I will be using this P.louise Eyeshadow base, and this is in the color Rcma 2. Guys, I am obsessed with this base. I definitely would recommend you to get it because you guys will not be disappointed. Now I go in with my finger and just tap it really lightly to make sure that it's not just sitting in my fine lines. Using this Morphe Dare to Create 39A palette, I will be going into this brown color right here. Now using the BH Cosmetics number 8 brush, I will be putting that color into the crease, well, a little bit above the crease. So what I do here is I lift the eyebrow so that I can find that spot a little bit easier, and then I repeat the same thing on the other eye. And guys, this isn't about perfection here. And this is what you should look like once that step is done. Now going into this color right here, I will be applying that with a Tarte brush. It's a flat brush right above that first color. I'm sorry I brought out the mirror, you guys. I just had to see a little bit closer. Now I am going in with the Makeup Shack brush, and this is in the number T82, and I'm just blending out that transition color. I ended up not liking that brush, so I switched over to an Essence brush. I believe it's the eye blender brush, and I'm just blending that out. Switching to the Morphe M330 brush, I am blending out that transition and that color that's in my crease together, just to make them blend seamlessly. Going back in with the Essence eye blender brush, I'm just blending out that transition color just a little bit more. Since I blended out that first color out so much, I'm adding a bit more of that color again. And then I will be adding the second color as well. Yes, it's a bit of a process, but it will be all worth it in the end. Now blending with the Morphe M330 brush once again. When blending, I try to get both eyes to look somewhat the same. Using this Tarte blending brush with no name or number, I'm just blending out that top of the transition color so that it is nice and blended and not just like a harsh line up top there. And this is what it should all look like when it's all blended out. Using the P.louise base once again, I am going to carve out the crease. Now, when doing this, you need to be very careful because it's very easy to fuck it up, okay? So you just gotta pretty much start off at the bottom on this little inner corner and just work your way up very slowly. And pow, that bitch is cut. Now going back into the palette, we're going to be using that second color we had used, and I'm using a Real Techniques brush, putting that into the lid, outer corner of the lid that is, and then we're going to go into that first color we used and put that in the most outer corner of the eye. And for this, I'm using the Makeup Shack T63 brush, and I just flip-flop back and forth between the brushes, and I do the same thing on the other side and try to make them look as even as possible or the same. Now going into the Lorac Pro palette, I will be going into the color Cream, and I will be putting that as my lid color. Now blending the outer corner colors with that lid color so that it all blends out nicely. Now using a Tarte eyeliner brush, I go into the first shade we used, and I like to just perfect that little line on top of that cut crease just so that it just looks like a sharp cut crease. I don't know how to explain it, but you'll see. Now going in once again with that P.louise base, I'm adding that to the lower lash line so that I can get that lower lash line ready for some pigment. Using this pigment by Myo Makeup, I'm just going to apply that onto the lower lash line. And doing this, I just took my time because there is a lot of fallout and I had pink everywhere. So here I'm applying some white liner to my waterline because I forgot to do that in the other eye, and I'm just setting it with some eyeshadow. Now using a makeup wipe, I'm getting rid of any fallout that had fallen on my face. I will be priming my face with this Toofaced Hangover RX primer. I love this primer so much, you guys. It's amazing. But I just apply that to like my T-zone and anywhere that I get like oily. Going in with foundation, I'm using the Revolution-conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation. And they ain't lying when they say full coverage, let me just say. And I just blend that out with the Beauty Blender. This foundation looks pale, but I promise you guys, it matches my skin perfectly. You just gotta wait for it to like oxidize on my skin. Make sure that you blend this right away, because if you let it sit, it's hard as hell to blend out. So don't let it sit in your face. Don't go and decide to get a cup of water or juice or soda or whatever the hell you want to get, because it will not be pretty. For concealer, I'm going in with the Revolution-conceal and Define Makeup Revolution, that is concealer. This is a full coverage concealer, and I put this under my eyes, around my nose, above my lip, on my nose, forehead, and then the chin. To contour, I use the Maybelline Fit Me foundation stick. I just get a dark color, which is in the color Coconut, and I put this all in my contour areas, and then after, I like to blend everything out with a beauty blender, and I start off by blending out the concealer. Now, as far as the concealer, I feel like it definitely was too light for me. Maybe for under the eyes it would be okay, but for everything else, I think I would rather go with a concealer that was more of my skin color. Using that same beauty blender, I am blending out that cream contour. And guys, don't feel weird about using the same sponge for the contour, as long as you blended out the light stuff first and then you do the dark things, you should be fine. There's no issue with that. It won't make everything look like shit, trust me. Apparently, my toddler wanted to be in this video because he keeps walking in and out of the room while I'm filming. Once that's done, I like to set my face with this Rcma no color powder. Ooh, girl, that was a lot. And I like to use this Luxie Beauty brush. It's a highlighter brush, but I like to use it to set my under eyes. It works really good. And then I add it to everywhere else that I pretty much added concealer to. Using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit, I will be bronzing up the face because oof, I look so pale. I need some color up in here, honey. I am coming to life. Casper, be gone. Because I'm getting some life to this skin. Using the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D, I will be going in these two colors, and I will be using those to contour my nose. I've said it before, I love me the Shade and Light palette by Kat Von D. It's my favorite to contour my face, and I will continue to buy it. And it is time for some blush, and I will be using the Milani Big Blush in the color Delizioso Pink. And I'm applying this using a Wet n Wild brush. I have no idea what number this is or what the name of the brush is because it doesn't have one. Time to highlight with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Kit using the color Summer and Moonstone. And I'm just applying that to the highest points of my cheek. Yes, girl, look at that glow. And now I will be applying that to the bridge of the nose as well, and to the tip of the nose, and then on the Cupid's bow. Using the Laura Mercier translucent powder, I will be using this to carve out those cheeks, girl, because you gotta look snatched. Like, that contour gotta look good. Even the nose. That's a Tarte brush, by the way, you guys. And then now I am just brushing all that powder off using a Wet n Wild brush. It's just a fluffy brush. And for lashes, I will be going in with these Arison lashes. Oh, that wasn't supposed to happen. And these are in the number D645. Oh my God, guys, these lashes are beautiful. I love these lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara to combine my lashes with the falsies, and then I go ahead and use the same mascara for my lower lashes. Going into the sleek palette really quick using this color. I use that as an inner corner highlight. And for lipstick, I'm using Lime Crime Pink Velvet. And I wasn't too sure about this lipstick at first, but then I loved it. Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and we're done. All right, you guys, so this is the finished look. I hope you guys like it because I do. I love it. I didn't think it would look this good, but I hope you guys feel the same. So, I mean, I've been doing looks just because I get inspired, but if you guys want to see something in particular, a video, anything, make sure you leave it in the comments section down below. That way I can read it and write it down in my little notebook and put it into my schedule. I've been trying to be faithful with uploading. It's a little hard because my toddler's home all day with me and I just can't seem to find the time to just upload the video and edit. I'm trying to figure it out here. I don't have anyone that stays with him besides me during the day unless I'm working, and that's my mom, but I will figure it out. Even if it's 9 o'clock at night that I post the video, I'm posting it. So I'm faithfully trying to post 2 days a week. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the little notification bell so that you are notified every time I upload a new video.